greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 12 of Ninepence in Her Pocket, the story of Gladys Aylward. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. Wangcheng was an ancient little Chinese town set in a valley between high mountains. A wall completely circled the town, protecting its winding streets and temples and homes from bandit invaders. There was a west and east gate in the wall, and through these gates passed the muleteers with their goods, journeying on 1,000-year-old mule trail through the mountains. It was on these mule drivers that Gladys Aylward now fixed her determination. Mrs. Lawson was opening an inn for the muleteers, and Gladys had the job of selling these terrified drivers with the idea of bringing their caravan into the haunted inn, run by the two foreign devils.
Now, Gladys, the first caravan of mules you see, remember, grab the head mule and pull him into the courtyard. If you get him, the other mules will follow.
Do they bite?
What?
The mules. Do they bite?
Oh, I suppose they do. Keep your hands away from their teeth, that's all. Do you remember what to say?
Moyu bicha, moyu gutso. Ho, lie.
Not bad.
Oh, it seems so odd to be shouting. We have no bugs, we have no fleas. Good. Come. I used to try to get street girls into a mission when I worked in Wales. I can imagine what would have happened if I tried this approach.
Look, down by the gate. Here comes your muleteers. I'll get the cooking started. You get that train in.
Oh, I'll try. Moyu bicha, moyu gutso. How. Lie. Moyu bicha, moyu gutso. How. Lie. Goodness, I should be smiling. Lie. Moyu bicha. Here I go. Come on, mule.
Good, Gladys, you got the mule.
But the men ran away.
They'll come back. Tie up the beats and Yang will come out to help unload them.
What is she saying, Yang?
She tell about man needs to be born again.
Will it take me a very long time to speak Chinese, Yang?
You learn very good, learn very fast.
I hope so. Knowing the Chinese for everything here in the kitchen is all right, but I want to really speak.
You learn fast. We work hard.
Oh, I wish I could go out without the people throwing mud at me. There's so much I want to learn.
You go out, you get much mud.
But why?
You barbarian English.
Oh, Yang, there's so much I don't understand about the Chinese. You'll have to help me.
I help.
And tomorrow, I think I'm going to try it again. I'm going to the market. Well, with these Chinese clothes and hat, no one seems to notice me at all. I'm so glad Mrs. Lawson made me wear them. My, how carefully everyone shops. Well, what's all this excitement? Maybe I can get close enough to see. Everyone's smiling and laughing. Must be a juggler or a performing bear. Oh, there. Why, it's a man kneeling down. What's he doing? He's not doing anything. Oh, now here comes a soldier. No. Oh, Lord, he's going to kill him. He's going to cut his head.
What in the world is the matter? Are you all right? Well, then sit down. What happened?
Oh, I've just seen a horrible thing, a terrible thing. Oh, they've killed a man in the market square with a sword.
Well?
But they cut off his head.
It's the law for certain crimes. He was likely a murderer or a thief. I'm sure he was tried before the Mandarin.
The Mandarin?
The Mandarin is the ruler of Wancheng and all the district around us. The only one above him is the governor and the warlord of Taiwan. And the only one above him is Chiang himself.
Chiang?
Chiang Kai-shek, the nationalist leader. You must not suppose these people have no laws.
But it was so barbaric.
Barbaric? Don't you forget, we are the barbarians here. You didn't expect China to be like England, did you?
No.
And you didn't come here to change their laws either? Surely they cut off his head, and they'll throw his body down the mountain, too, and birds or wolves will eat it. And they'll stand his head up on the city wall, too, so everyone can see it.
It makes me feel sick.
You might as well get used to it, Gladys. Sometimes we don't have an execution for months, and then there's a batch of them. The whole wall will be lined with heads. We're trying to give these people the gospel. That will change them all right. But you won't get anything done by running home bawling about what they do.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm tired.
Oh, let me get you some tea.
All right. I'll be fine in a minute. And then we'll get the tracks and supplies ready for our trip tomorrow.
Are you sure you feel well enough? But perhaps you should rest.
When I want you to tell me what to do, my girl, I'll let you know. Tomorrow is Sunday, and on Sundays I leave Wancheng as soon as the gate is unlocked in the morning, and I go to the villages. You can do as you please.
Oh, of course I want to come, Mrs. Lawson. I'll get your tea.
Oh, Lord, I'm so tired. There's so much to do, so many to tell.
There's so much I want to tell, Mum. This letter will never do it. But let's see. On Sundays we get up early, and as soon as the city gates are opened, we go to the villages where nobody from here has ever been before. Yesterday there were crowds of people, and we walked along just holding on to each other, pressed on all sides. We chose an open space, and Mrs. Lawson spoke to them. Everyone came out of their houses. The shopkeepers stopped selling and listened. We could not see anything but people and pigs and dogs and chickens. After Mrs. Lawson stopped talking, the people asked questions. Here are some of them. How old are you? What relation are you to each other? Why have you come? Where have you come from? Then they felt our clothes, lifted our skirts to see what we had beneath them, admired our feet. I sang, I walk with the king, and it is very funny to see them listening with their mouths open. I'm getting on better with the language, and soon we'll be able to speak.
Missy Aylward, come!
Yang, what is it?
Missy Lawson, she fell down very bad by East Gate.
Oh, Yang, she was angry with me. She wouldn't let me come with her.
You come now. She very hurt.
There now, Mrs. Lawson, your face is clean again. All your bruises and cuts are cleaned up. Do you feel better now?
It's more than cuts and bruises this time, Gladys. But I will feel better soon.
Of course you will.
But not the way you think.
What do I think?
You're hoping I'm going to get out of this bed and keep on with the work. My work is done now.
Don't talk like that. The Lord
Gladys,
can heal.
why should the Lord heal an old lady of 75 who, if it weren't for the Chinese, would like nothing better than to come home to him? You're here now. Doesn't have to make me stay.
Yang has some warm soup for you. You'll feel better after you eat.
You have something to eat. I'm not hungry.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Lawson, you need to eat to get strong, and I'm going to help you.
Gladys, don't fuss about me. You've been waiting on me like a servant. I've never had servants. I surely don't need one now.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lawson. I thought you might want a bit of supper.
No.
But you haven't eaten in days.
How long have I been in this bed?
Oh, a few weeks, not long.
You're a good girl, Gladys. You've been like a daughter to me this past year.
Oh, I've done nothing.
God called you here to my side, Gladys. He wants you to carry on his work here. He'll take care of you.
Mrs. Lawson, are you all right?
He'll provide, Gladys. Let me hold my Bible.
Here. Shall I call Yang?
I said goodbye to him before you came. I'm handing over my work to you, Gladys.
Yes.
God bless you, girl.
Mrs. Lawson. Mrs. Lawson. Oh. Lord, she's with you. Please be with me.
And so we conclude Chapter 12 of Ninepence in Her Pocket, the story of Gladys Aylward. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.